We use tanned flesh for the we use tanned flesh for his skin. He's got a moustache, he hasn't got a beard. And he needs like a dark hair. Give him brown hair. Tanned flesh, as I say, so when it comes down to highlighting, all I need to do is just mix a little bit of tanned flesh with a paler colour, just to pick out a few details. His hand holding the whip. And there he is. I'm going to go back to the whites now and do that little bit of this shirt that was sticking out at the bottom of his waistcoats. There we are. Like I said, there's not much of it, it's just here. And so I want him to have brown hair, so let's have a look for something suitable, shall we? Let's try vermin brown, which I don't have much left of. I'm going to have to find out what the replacement colour is and get some more. I'll be spending a fortune in Games Workshop on paint this week. There we go. You have some of that. It's not much of a difference in colour, unfortunately, between the two, but there will be by the time I've finished. Both of them will be a lot paler because I'll be using different colours. I'll be using more of a paler skin tone on the hair. There you go, sorry. So his hat needs doing that, and I've gone over his cuff, jacket cuff there, his boot there and his boot there. Okay, so he needs now just to dry very soon. I'm going to go over his whip with dryad bark. second. Just point the camera down. I can see. Mind you, no, that's not good at all. That's better. I know I'm trying to see through my shadow if I have it too low. But yeah, I keep having it too low so I can see what I'm doing. One defeats the purpose of the object. There we go. Never mind. I'll sort myself out with this eventually. So, because I'm not a practice, I think I've got other things on my mind. So there we have it. So far so good. I'm not going to be giving him a wash. He doesn't need it. And let's get his flesh done and highlighted. So we've got what was it I said? The tanned flesh that we had for him. And we're going to mix just a little bit of Screaming Skull to make it just a touch lighter. There we are. Just going to clean that brush out and use the fine detail brush. There we are. Bit of water there. And let's get on with do his cheek. Oops, a little bit too much there. Cheek and his nose. And his chin. There we go, now his hands. And his whip hand. There we are. And now his his hair and moustache. We went in with vermin brown, didn't we? So we want a bit more of that vermin brown. There we are. Vermin brown there, and a little bit more of the shadow. Sorry, Screaming Skull. What a nearly shadow grey then. There we are. Let's just give this a bit of a shake. There we are. And close that. Now we'll do his moustache. And his hair. There we go. Well, there's not much of this to do. and I think I've mixed it a bit too wet, but never mind. That's done. His flesh are done. So what we need now is blood red for his jacket. And if you remember, we just did the dark scab red, I think it was. Or was it scab red? It was scab red we did for his manger, the base coat for his jacket. So we'll do blood red now. And there we are. It's dry brushing near enough. We're just going along the higher parts of his coat. There we are. There's a bright red coat. All done. Looking suitably Ringmasterish. if that is actually a word, which I doubt. Okay, so next, hang on a second, I've just seen something I've missed. I need to go here and just paint over that bit of black. There we are. So we want a big daub of black. And we want to mix in some different colours with it. So first off, I'm going to mix in just a touch of that colour that we used for his hair, to highlight his hair. And that is the gold. And that is the highlight colour we're going to use for his boots. And so we're going to use different colours here. We're not going to make it straight greys. It's going to be different shades of grey. It's not all going to be one grey. So that one is like a brownish grey. The next one we're going to be using is when I can decide what to do. It's going to be our usual mix. I'll separate that and take some of our Screaming Skull, and that will be for our cuffs and collar for his jacket. There we are. Then we're going to add a little bit more of that into the mix to make it a paler grey, and that is going to be for his hat, which is just going to have it on the top and a few wisps. Oops, I've just gone over the top of it, and a few wisps of it coming down. There we are. And I'm going to add a different coloured band around his hat, so it's not going to be all grey. Next we'll have some white going into it, which will be, in fact I think I might put a bit of that bluey white that I used for Alexander, what's her name? The Contortionist. And that's going to be a lighter mix for his waistcoat and trousers. There we are. And this is like as dry a brush as possible. I don't want a great deal of the paint coming off. There we are. And what I'm now going to do is go over all that with, well, not all of it, I'm going to go over the I'm going to go over his waistcoat and trousers with Nuln Oil, just to get the black back into it. And as I say, it's just going to be the waistcoat and trousers. It's not going to be anywhere else. There we are. That's the only wash he's getting. And finally, there's two more things to do. One is the whip, which will be Bolo Brown. Give that a shake. There we are. the whip is Bellow Brown, and the buttons on his coat and waistcoats, which will be going on using the fine detail brush, will be Dwarf Bronze. There we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'll have to wait for those until the washer's dried. But you get the idea now. He's done, and he's ready for fighting the Martian invaders. So I'm not going to do the base because I want to give myself an idea that he's not finished. I've got one to remind myself that he's not finished, so that I don't forget about doing those buttons on his waistcoat. So the next time you see him, I will have finished him. It's just a case of just putting a few spots on the waistcoat where his buttons are and painting the base the same colour using the oh, what colour was it? Rhinox hide, to do the base like I've done with the other ones that I'd finished. Okay, so there's RJ Flannagan, the Ringmaster, completed. Okay, so until next time, take care, God bless, and bye for now.